Hello again, just a quick update, bit of a follow-up to my previous video about this, the Elecaenta. I'm just going to say Elecaenta rather than attempt to pronounce that properly, and it's the EM200. So yesterday I got one, and unfortunately it was dead on arrival, so I made that video mainly so I could send it to the manufacturer if requested. I hadn't actually got in touch with them at that point. But yeah, I tried everything. I got it delivered at 10:20 in the morning, plugged it into the solar charger, didn't see any sort of charge indicator light or anything like that. Thought that's a bit odd, left it for a while, plugged it back into the wall, left that for a while, nothing was happening. The LEDs on the side wouldn't come on. Phones plugged in weren't charging. It was just completely dead. So it took me probably until about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon to convince myself that it was indeed a duff, and went through the Amazon returns process, and it wasn't giving me any super easy options, maybe because it's a bit heavier and slightly higher value than some of the stuff I have returned previously. Basically, it wanted me to print a label and then take it to a drop-off point, whereas smaller items I've returned, you haven't needed a label. You've just gone to one of the every kiosks at the local shop. And I don't have a printer, so that was going to take a couple of days. A refund was going to be, up to 7 days to be processed. And I really wanted to replace this quickly so I could use it on a camping trip next week. So I wasn't massively happy. Decided to bypass the returns process, and I just got in touch directly with the company. Told them what happened, and honestly, they have blown my mind with how it's the best customer service I've ever come across. So I thought they definitely deserved an update to my previous video to give the full story. Obviously, receiving a faulty product that's completely dead on arrival is disappointing, and I thought this is not a good sign. 1 out of 100% failure rate. What's the chances? Is this a sign of their quality control in general? However, that they've managed to get me this one sent out, and this isn't because I've got 1,000 followers on YouTube or do loads of reviews, because I don't really do this very often. This isn't them trying to keep a YouTuber happy, to sway their review. This is just their genuine level of customer service to an absolute nobody. So I sent them the video. The company is actually called that, by the way, however you want to pronounce that, because it's support@caenta.com. Within a couple of minutes, they got back to me, checked the warehouse, and I had a new tracking number. And this came this morning. So absolutely incredible. They're obviously trying to build their brand and build their reputation. I've not seen really much about their products online so far. There's a couple of tech reviewers out there who have featured this thing, but it's people don't think of this company, they think of Jackery and they think of Anchor or Bluetti, etc. So they're doing everything they can to back up their products with service, which is absolutely amazing for an unknown Chinese brand. So yeah, just a massive thumbs up to them. I think they're a company who you can trust. I did order it off Amazon, so I did have that backup there. But to be honest, I didn't really have to get Amazon involved. They've just done this completely off their own backs, at their own cost. They haven't even asked for the other one to be returned, so I'm going to attempt to dismantle that at some point. It's completely sealed. You can see, I think, where they kind of screw this panel down and then fill in the holes with this, there you go, focus. Not sure you can get these out, maybe you can. Little rubber bungs. So I'm going to have a play and hopefully not set my house on fire or cause any explosions. As for the item itself though, I thought it came with 66% charge. I thought I'll run it down to 20% or something. I'm losing daylight today, but I'm going to run it on the solar panel, the 75 watt panel, tomorrow from the same brand, to see how long it takes to get that back up to 100. And to run it down, I thought I'd just plug in some random things I had lying around. So we have a USB fan. I don't know anything about its power usage or its components. All I know is that it's cheap and nasty, and it doesn't run properly on a 1 amp like phone charger plug that's very old. So I'm guessing it needs probably about 2 amps to run. If you run it on an old phone plug, it kind of starts up, but then it dies, and it kind of continuously tries to restart, but it doesn't really get up to speed. So that's draining some power out of there. And then I've got this LED lamp, which is in no way designed to be portable. It's got a lot of LEDs in there. And I've got it on its brightest setting and on the cool white, because I believe that will probably draw the most power. And it does get a little bit warm, as does the plug, that gets a little bit warm. So, that'll be sucking a fair bit out of there. And it came with 66% charge. I've ran it down to 56, and that has dropped consistently over that period 1% every 6 minutes. Just to give you a rough idea. So, these things are designed really to run phone chargers and iPads off, maybe some fairy lights, that sort of thing. Not designed to run things for long periods of time with motors or quite high output lights like this thing, but you could. It runs it no problem, and it'll go a good few hours that way. So overall, I'm quite impressed with it so far. I'm going to charge it up tomorrow, see how the panel performs. I've already tested the panel with a USB battery charger with some AA batteries, AA's, charged them LED rechargeable camping lanterns, that sort of thing. So I know it's working fine, and it charges those things really quick. So it'll just be a good real life test to see how long it'll take this thing on a hopefully sunny day. Hopefully it'll take 3 to 4 hours, something like that. Yeah, so I'll stop the video there, but basically the final word is initial impressions of this are good for what it does. It's meant to be small, it's not meant to be a massive high capacity thing. It's 200 watt output on the AC side. It's not meant to run fridges and microwaves and hair straighteners, but yeah. And customer service, absolutely 10 out of 10, 100%. My initial fears after getting that dead one yesterday were, I'm going to have a lot of hassle here. The quality is obviously not there. I can't comment if you bought 10 of these. Will 9 of them work, or will 1 of them work? I have no idea. But what I can tell you is you can buy from these guys with a bit of confidence, knowing that they will resolve their issues if there are any. So, yeah, there you go.